What's going on, my fly hippie family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. Man, a shocking take on First Take today, man. I did not expect to turn it on today and see what I saw about how they felt about the Indiana Fever. We are about to get into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit the thumbs up for your boy. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 31.1, so if you can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
For a quick take, Caitlin Clark returned from her groin injury, but the Fever got whooped by the Valkyries yesterday, 80-61. Clark had just 10 points, went 4 of 12 from the floor as Indiana fell below 500 on the season. Obviously, she's trying to get back into form here after not playing for a couple of games with the groin injury. David, any concern about Caitlin Clark and the Fever?
So to paraphrase one Aaron Rodgers, RELAX, relax about the Indiana Fever. I think they'll be fine. At the beginning of the season, I had them as real contenders in the WNBA, and I still stand by that. I think Caitlin Clark's injury has derailed them a little bit, which is why they're under 500. But look around that team. Aaliyah Boston is putting up incredible numbers, very worthy of that all-star appearance. Kelsey Mitchell is a firecracker on offense. Also, she can get hot with anybody else. As soon as Caitlin Clark gets moderately healthy and is healthy enough come playoff times, I think that this Fever team can still make a ton of noise in the playoffs, their record notwithstanding. Caitlin Clark is going to get better, and that team is getting better all the way around her. Her and that Leah Boston pick and roll also is very formidable. I think they have the tools to make some noise in the playoffs.
The Commissioner Cup champion, Indiana Fever, they're in the midst of this home stretch right now, so good opportunity to pick up some wins. All right,
Man, so shout out to David. As y'all can see, man, he still has faith in the Indiana Fever. So do I. It was shocking to me, man, because, this is First Take. And this is ESPN. So they haven't necessarily shown that much love. Well, First Take has. But ESPN, man, they don't necessarily show that much love to the Indiana Fever like that, or Caitlin Clark. So it was surprising to see that somebody was on there saying that they still have faith in this team. As do I. I still feel like this team is capable of doing major things. I know some people gave me slack about giving them grace. But the thing is, this is the first time Caitlin is coming back with this type of team, right? Her first time actually being with Aari McDonald. And Aari plays a lot of minutes. So this is an entirely new identity for this team. And, yeah, it's going to take some time. Now, the thing is, I do see Aari McDonald and Caitlin Clark being on the floor together at times. I do see that happening within the rotation. But under no circumstances do I ever see Caitlin, Aari, and Kelsey Mitchell on the floor at the same time. That made no sense. All right, I'm just saying that absolutely made no sense. And honestly, when you put a lineup like that out there, how are they going to know their roles? How are they going to know their roles, man? It just doesn't make sense. Like if you have Kelsey and Caitlin on the floor, Caitlin needs to be the point guard. And then Kelsey knows she's the shooting guard. That role is understood right off the bat. Right off the bat, that role is understood. Now, if you have Aari and Caitlin, only way I see that working is if Aari is at the 1 because she's 5'6". I'm pretty sure you're not going to want her at the shooting guard position. So, only reason you will have Aari and Caitlin on the floor at the same time is if you're trying to get her some open looks. That's the only time Aari needs to be on the floor. So that role be understood. Okay, Caitlin is not going to run the 1 in this one. Aari is going to run the 1. We're going to try to get Caitlin some open looks off ball. That's the only time I can see that working. But if you having Caitlin, Kelsey, and Aari, it's like, how do you understand your role within those three? How do you understand it? Who's the scorer? Who's going to be facilitating? Like, that is stirring confusion right off the bat. So, of course, I expected them to look the way that they did yesterday because nobody understood their roles, man. That was crazy work. Now, I know a lot of people do not want Caitlin Clark off ball. They just absolutely hate it. And I understand. The offense runs better when you have Caitlin on the 1. I get it. But I do feel like at times it would be great to give her a break and just allow her to get open looks, just running off some screens, back doors, just getting open looks easily. Like if she's struggling, that's another way to get a player hot. You feel what I'm saying? So I wouldn't mind if they figure that out, but under no circumstances, you can't have a scorer like Kelsey Mitchell and then try to use Caitlin Clark as a scorer too. You can't do it. And then that's too small of a lineup. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But I would love for them to figure that out and use her like a Steph Curry. Like Stephen Curry, man, he does a great job off ball and on ball. So I would love for her to figure that part out with her game. And the Indiana Fever has to do a better job helping her out to get open, better screens, right? That's the main thing, to help, better screens. That's why I keep talking about those screens, man, because they have to set them better, make them stick. Now, she did have one good look coming off the flare yesterday, but she missed that shot. But I think if they could just find a way to get her in tune with getting open looks off ball, that would be perfect. Because it actually gives the defense something else to worry about, right? Gives the Indiana Fever something else to dig out in their bag and try to capitalize on. Like, when you're so predictable and you know, oh, Caitlin's going to have the ball, let's just trap her, let's try to trap her, trap. They don't do well with the trap. It's going to be easy to stop you. You know what I'm saying? So if you give them something else to have to worry about, oh, now we have to figure out how to stop Caitlin off ball. It just gives them another weapon. So it makes them more unpredictable, and it gives Caitlin Clark a little break. Let her breathe a little bit. I want to see Caitlin and Aerie. I do not want to see Caitlin, Aerie, and Kelsey Mitchell. Either Caitlin is at the 2 or she's at the 1. She's not going to the 3. She's not going to the 4. It doesn't make sense. All right. Yes, play her at the 1 majority of the game. But when she's at the 2, it doesn't need to be as much. All right. Just a little bit. Give her a little break. I agree with that. But not too much of her at the 2. You see that y'all are struggling when you put her at the 2. You see y'all are struggling to get her open. You know, it's hard for her to get open when she's at the 2 or when she's trying to come off ball. So when you see it's not working, make sure you go right back to her at the 1. Okay? Do not try to continue to try to get her open off ball if it's just not working. If it's not working, switch it up. Switch the game plan. Stick them to Boston. The pick and roll, I think that would help a whole lot. If they ran the pick and roll with Caitlin and Boston, that is your most powerful weapon. Do not run away from that in any circumstances. That needs to be shown in every game. Pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll. All right, Caitlin, Boston, pick and roll needs to be going on every time she's in the game. All right, it need to be like a Murray and Jokic. All right, that's what it need to be like. Do not run away from that pick and roll. It's okay to add all the other stuff, but do not run away from the pick and roll. All right. That's the main thing I would say. But I still have faith in this team, man. I think they can figure it out. Those small things that they're making mistakes on, just fix those. Fix the lineup. Fix the rotation. All right? And you have to give them time. You have to. Okay? Caitlin never played with Aerie. Never played with her. For as long as Aerie's been playing for the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark never shared the floor with her. All right, so that's a new thing. Let them get adjusted, give them some time. I think they can still make a push. I still feel like they can make a push for the playoffs. And I still feel like this team is dangerous. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about the take on First Take today. Do y'all feel like the Indiana Fever can still make it to the playoffs? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.